All right, babe. So we have our tips already cut and shaped for the most part, preliminary shaping. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the purple hand first because we have a purple hand and then a pink hand. Once again, just using up my old gels that I have here. Just place our purple on. Now I'm going to do 2 coats of the purple on all the fingers except this finger here because I am going to add some pizzazz to that finger. But yeah, we're just gonna start off with this 1 coat, make sure everything is coated well. I've been trying to use these cotton balls to clean the nail off before I get started, but it's becoming such a pain with the little pieces being left behind. So I may have to just go back to my lint-free wipes. And I have a lot of them. I just figured, well, I have cotton balls too, so why not? But now I see why not. Now I see why not. See, I came up with this design. I really come up with a lot of my nail designs by looking through what I have. So I'll look at the little stones or gems or just little pieces I have and then just think what nail look would be cute. And then I just go for it, Oh my God. And I want to paint this on lightly because I want the purple to be very light for this background so that you'll be able to see the little pieces that I'm going to place on really well. So let me just make sure that's really nice and light. Try not to be so heavy-handed on that one. I could have sworn there was no fuzz. That is so annoying. I did not realize why I stopped using them. I'm like, I have a whole bag of cotton balls here. Why don't I use them? Exhibit A. This is why I don't use them. Oh, wow, that is bad. So there's the purple, and I'm gonna put that to the side and kind of let it settle while I work on this hand and then do the pink color. The purple one's kind of dried out, but the pink one looks good. But that's good. I'm trying to use these up so that I can go with other gel polishes, purchase other ones. But I mean, I'm not just gonna throw these out, so there's that. Right, so same thing, just like the purple. I'm gonna try to make sure this one is nice and light because I'm gonna put those cute little holographic pieces on top. So nice and light. Not too dark. This is basically just a backdrop, so they don't need to be too dark. Well, this one doesn't need to be too dark. And for the purple side, I do not have them under the lamp yet. I like to let them settle for a little bit while I do this hand before I put them under the lamp. And then these will be settling while the other set is under the lamp. They can both fit under the lamp at one time, but I like for the colors to settle a little bit better before I place them under the lamp, because we all know, even if you're not a nail tech, you know that once you put the nail under the lamp, that's it. and how it goes under is how it's gonna come out. So so I just like to let it settle for a little bit before I go forward. So that's where they are. But yeah, hoping that this nail look comes out cute. What I have in mind, it's gonna come out cute, but sometimes you get surprised and not in the best ways. So if you're looking at this video, I liked it. All right, and since these nails are a little bit longer, I am going to put them under the lamp for 60 seconds so they can set, and then I'll be back to do the next layer. Everything else will get another layer of color except this middle finger, okay? Okay, so I've set these under the lamp and I placed on a second coat of the purple. I have not cured this yet because I'm about to get ready to go in with some base coat. Nice layer of base coat. I want to make sure that it's a nice thick layer. And then we're going to go in with Raggedy Ann. She hadn't failed me yet. And we're going to take these cutesy little holographic pieces that I have not used yet. I'm going to go with this purple right here. Dip my brush in a little base coat. And then I just pop the brush inside and fill the entire nail up with these holographic pieces. And I'm gonna try not to put too much because I want these to lay nice and flat. That's what the base coat is for, so that while we are patting down the holographic pieces, that the base coat will just kind of consume those pieces, right? So that's what we're looking for here. These little shards. Make sure nothing's popping up on the sides. Like I said, I pretty much just go through my nail kit and see what I have and just use what I have. It's cute. You get to be really creative doing these press-ons because you don't have somebody telling you exactly what they want, and you can just go through your kit, see what you like, see what you feel like will work, and then just go with it. I don't have too many empty spaces because right here is where the little gummy bear is gonna go, so it's all right to have some spaces missing in the middle. All right, so we'll let that settle. I've double coated the pink. Once again, these have not been cured yet, but just gonna go in with that nice layer of base coat. Really, really nice thick layer of base coat. Nothing running over, but just really thick to where it'll grab hold of the little pieces that we have. And then I'll go for these pink pieces. Should I go for these or these? That looks more purple. So I'm gonna go with these pink pieces and see if it shows up nice for me. Yeah, that works. The more I look at this pink that I'm using, it looks salmon. But I mean, it's too late now, girl, because I'm not going to get out other nails and shape them and cut them and do all that. So we're just going to work with these. But I don't know. It's giving salmon. I think it's still cute, though. There is no telling how long I've had these. There's no telling. And I just haven't done anything with them. But we're doing something with them today. Make sure they're all lying down nice and flat so that they'll be easy to encapsulate. And that when I buff the nails and shape them, that I won't lose any of these pieces, you know? Okay, so we've cured these nails and now we're ready to move on. So for this thumbnail here, I am going to be using my chrome palette. And this one is the color that's sticking out to me most, so we'll use that. And then I am going to use this chrome powder that's kind of got that pink, I don't know if you can see it. I can see it on the camera, so up here you should be able to see where it's like pink purpley. So I'm gonna place on a little bit of base coat. So I'll use this color here and then pop that on the nail just like that. And then voila. I use this for my, what nail was that? The unicorn nail. So we'll do this. Do I even want to use the chrome now? And you want to make sure you get all those little crumbs or whatever you would call them. And then I will take just a little bit of this chrome powder and I'm just gonna dip my brush in there. Knock off all the excess. That way we get a pretty chrome. And I'm gonna use this same color on the pink nail as well. And then on all the other nails, 1, 2, 3, I'm gonna go in with a thick layer of base coat so that I can go ahead and place on the glitter tops. I've got some other nails in mind, but I low-key want to make like just some average looking nails to put up for sale. You know, like the little small donut nails or something like that for my more simple gals. All right, so let's move on to sugar. You're gonna need some finely milled glitter. I have some right here. And then I'll just scoop the glitter up and then pop it on the nail just like that. Just give it a sugar texture. Oh, that's so messy. Oh, that's so cute. Look how sugary it looks. So that's what she's giving. And let me just go ahead and do the same thing with my ring finger, and then I'll be right back. I finished the sugaring. Now I'm gonna go in with this middle nail here and top it off with some top coat, a really thick layer of top coat, because I'm gonna need to buff and file this nail down. All right, so I'm gonna let that settle, and then I'm gonna do the same thing to the pink nails, and then I will be back once I've buffed and filed to show you guys what I do next. So I finished the sugaring on the pink nails. I went ahead and encapsulated the middle finger and buffed it and filed it down. And she is good to go. So now what I'm going to do is I have these cute little charms here, some teddy bears. And so I'm just going to etch out the back of the little gummy bear and then also etch from his little hands and like at the top of his feet there. And then I'm gonna etch out the back of this flower as well, just to make sure everything sticks. See, not so shiny. And then we'll do his paws, because that's where I'm gonna stick the flower. And then just the top of his feet right there, because that's where the flower is gonna sit. Then the back of the flower. Now I am just going to take some of my gel glue and just place it right here and flatten it out a little bit. Across the surface. Now we take our bear, our little gummy bear, and then I'm gonna place that under the lamp for about 30 seconds. Now go ahead and do the same thing with the purple. And then the purple yogi. And there he is in all his shining glory. Now I'm just gonna take a little bit more, just gonna do some dots of gel, just some dots. Then I'll place gel right on the back here and pop that flower right in the middle. And then place it under the lamp. Isn't he so cute? He's so cute. Little bit of gel on my brush. Just put it all around him to make sure that he'll stay, or she, doesn't matter. Just to make sure she stays. Okay, so that's good to go. So now I want to take some of these jelly purples I have here and place it on this nail. I also have some of these, I don't know if you can see, they're like balls, cute little balls. So I have pink and purple ones, and I'm gonna use those for the thumb finger. Take just a little bit of that glue gel. Just brush it to shape. So what I want to do is gather up a lot of stones at the top and then just kind of let it feather out as it gets to the bottom. I don't know why I like that look so much. I just really do. See how we're stacking? And then as we go down, just let a couple kind of go down. You know what I mean? Look at those. Isn't that cute? That's so adorable. These give me like rain droplet vibes. Love, love. I'm gonna put a big one in there. Couple tiny ones. So put another tiny one up here. And then move everything else down. Ooh, that's so pretty. Do you see how it's like cascading as it goes down? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and place that under the lamp for 60 seconds. and then I'll come back when I top coat. All right, so she is all done. So now what I'm going to do is just take my alcohol pad, and y'all know what I do. Kind of put a little pressure on it. And then we top coat. I should have top coated this top part before I put stones on, so I'll do that for the pink nail. I wasn't thinking. But anyway, just top coat around, because these nails here are the sugar ones, so you don't want to top coat. Let's top coat that flower. And his whole little body. Go ahead and top coat those. Not a thick coating though. Just a nice light top coat of those stones. All right, and I'm gonna pop these in for 90, and then we are gonna be done. Okay, babes, so you are looking at the finished product of these press-on nails. I think they are adorable. If you like them, go ahead and comment down below or hit the video with a like. Also, if you are ever looking to purchase these nails or any other nails that I have featured on my channel, I'll go ahead and put my business Instagram on the screen, and I'll also place it in the description box below. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.